Hi there, so it finished 2-0 to West Ham today. Your thoughts on the game?
It was a disappointing game. I thought we pushed hard in the first couple of minutes of the game. After we conceded the goal, it was all West Ham. They defended really well. It was very difficult for us to crack and make any inroads afterwards. So, disappointing game, but I guess we move.
What did you think of the first goal and the decision to allow it?
I think there's an issue with VAR, which the officials and the officialdom have to address. It seems when there's an inconclusive angle, the goal stands. We didn't see it in the stadium from what I heard and what I read. What I understand is the ball was out of play, but we don't know if that was the case. And unfortunately, we've conceded a goal. And
you would think with modern technology, they can get a much more clearer way of deciding if a ball has gone over the line or not.
This is the big problem. And unfortunately, lightning has struck twice for Arsenal, against Newcastle and against West Ham. And you would think so. Hopefully the officials are listening and they can do something about that, because it's really unfair when goals that shouldn't stand end up standing. And then from then on, it was downhill.
So today, do you think there's some complacency that kicked in after that big game against Liverpool? Really up for that one, and you come back at home, West Ham, expected to win. It just didn't seem on it today.
I think you can look at it two ways. First, they looked a bit jaded. They looked tired, but I wouldn't put it down to complacency. I just think West Ham, fair dues to them, came in with a game plan. They stuck to that game plan, and they got a result. We seem a bit predictable nowadays with the way we play. You could see what they did. They doubled up on Martinelli, they doubled up on Saka, they kept cutting in, and the defenders had a strong showing today. I mean, they blocked everything. I don't know what the stats are, I haven't seen them, but they blocked a lot of shots. So I think all in all, they did well. They came in with a game plan and they succeeded.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to give credit to opposition. They've done really well. We weren't quite at our best today. Do you think now, looking at that game, we did create some chances that we failed to put away? There's been a lot of talk of us needing a striker. Do you think that game's going to reinforce that and we will look to get a striker in January?
It's an interesting one. It'll be interesting to see what we do in January, because, I mean, we've been saying it for a while. We're very predictable in the way we play. We lack that cutting edge. We lack the ability to switch and change up the game. Sometimes, you need to be able to put the ball in, put a cross in, and have someone put a head on it. And we haven't been able to do that for ages. Our game is predictable. We need a real 9. Nothing against Jesus. He plays really well. He works hard. He scraps. He puts in some goals, but we need a clinical finish. Put the ball in the back of the net and change up the game when we need to.
Is there any names you'd like to see come in?
There's one name, but I don't know if he's going to come. Tony seems to be the man on many lips. He's a proven Premiership striker. He was scoring 20 a season at Brentford. And fair dues, it's a team that doesn't create as many chances. He would get more chances and he would score more. And he could play. He's a physical striker. He could scrap with the defenders. He could play with his back to the front. He's a good link-up player. And he would score goals, And in a team like us, I reckon he'd be a 25 to 30 goal a season striker. But will we buy a striker this season? Something tells me that might not be the priority for January.
It's a hard month to get the business done.
And it's a hard month to get business done.
Let's hope we can get something done. Just looking back again at today's game, just wanted to ask you your thoughts overall on the referee as well. So we did have some penalty shouts that were turned down, and we saw a lot of decisions that didn't go our way with Mike Oliver, again, the referee that tends to give things against us.
There's history with Michael Oliver and Arsenal, but I would say he let the game go on, but I felt there were a couple of decisions, a couple of fouls that should have gone for us that he didn't call in our favour. Why? Who knows? He probably decided he was going to let the game flow. But sometimes, you've also got to look at it from the perspective. Some games, we get the decisions, other games we don't. And today was just one of those days where we didn't get the decisions.
Yeah, unfortunate today, but we move on. on to Fulham next, got to bounce back. It's only our first defeat at home this season, so we've been really strong here. And we're going to see blips through the season. We've seen it happen to City. They've had a few games where they didn't win. And Liverpool as well, their last 2 home games they didn't win. So it's looking very competitive up the top. Looking like it might be a three-way battle between ourselves, Man City and Liverpool. What's your thoughts on the title race now?
I think the Christmas period is quite key. I feel, if you're not winning games, you need to draw games. You don't want to be losing games because all these points they count within the season. You look back at the calendar of the season, think, we dropped a point here and there. And the difference between us and Liverpool and Man City is we know City have history. They could go in April and put a run of 10 to 15 games without losing. We haven't done that. We haven't got that track record. So I feel for us it's important we put all the points on the board now. And even if we're not winning games, we need to be drawing those games. But then, are we in the mix? We're still in the mix. It's unpredictable. Teams are taking points off teams. I think once we get past the Christmas season, things will be clearer. But we're still in the mix. I think it's a three-way race still between Arsenal, Liverpool and City.